And welcome back, everyone, to Week 5 of the TNT Draft Review! Oh my gosh, what a week we had. Honestly, a pretty interesting one. I say that every week, yet you guys keep making it more and more interesting. Someone's in a good mood, which we'll be talking about later.
Yeah, I would say I'm in a very good mood, Tristan. You know, it's Big Duzzy here, always on the clock, always around. And, you know, my mood is up, Tristan. I'm feeling great.
Not for much longer, I can say that. But let's hop right back in the match today. Let's not lollygag, all right? I know the people here hate us lollygagging. We're going to jump straight in. So we got Luke, or the Vegas Valiants, versus the Chappelle Murkroans, or TKL, one of our amazing admins. And let's be honest, apparently there's something up with our admins not being able to hit triple axles.
Well, TKL's a moderator, not like correct that officially for the officialness of it. But yeah,
we're promoting him.
No. The VGC draft staff team seems to be unable to hit triple axle, and that may be the story of this, especially from grass types.
Yeah, no. Serena and Meowscarada just selling for y'all. I don't get it. I'll be honest, I've never mixed a triple axle in my life. I'll be real with you. And I love that move.
Have you ever used the triple axle?
Dude,
okay, yeah.
Do you know how many times I played with... Meowscarada has been on my team for multiple seasons in a row. Of course, I've used triple axle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you never know. Maybe you're a power gem Meowscarada user. I don't
know.
True. But, yeah, no, this set was fine. I think Luke looked good.
Yeah.
I think the triple axle misses sucked, obviously. But I think Mega Blastoise just continues to shine, and that's really the big takeaway.
No. Well, definitely one thing that I thought about, right, which was I kind of questioned was Tyler TKL really prepped for Trick Room. It was like bringing Trick Room shit against Mega Blastoise, and I really don't get it because for most of the time there, I think game 1 he did put up Trick Room, right? It made Mega Blast faster, and it put him in a bad situation. I didn't see the thought behind it, but I mean, yeah, the triple axle miss really hurt. Can't lie.
Yeah, it did. I mean, you look at Mega Blast, it's probably going to shell smash, so that's why you try to do the Trick Room. But,
yeah.
I mean, even at that, it's hard to play around it, especially with the way Lucas supported it. He's been very good about keeping Mega Blast healthy.
No, Mega Blast has been looking really crazy, and no Focus Blast. Or was it Focus Blast or a Sphere?
It was Aura Sphere.
Okay, never mind. I was about to say, Focus... Does he learn Focus Blast? Does Blastoise learn
Doesn't matter. Aura Sphere's
I mean, yeah.
Because it's Mega Launcher, so it's like...
Right. But I don't know. Maybe I'll run Mega Blastoise Focus Blast, huh?
Maybe you will, and then maybe you'll hit every one of them.
Because I will, yeah. But let's talk... Speaking of missing... We got the Ohio Obstagoons versus Iberia Wattrels. Iberia Wattrels, Boost versus Star. And yeah, there was a blind Torkoal on the field. That man did not know where he was going.
You know those stories about those tortoises that live to be like 100+ years old? You know, they're pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I think Torkoal has lost his eyesight at this point because that guy was not hitting nothing.
Been around for too many centuries. He's lost his sight. Nah, I don't know what was up with it because I mean it was nothing. Nothing hit. No,
it was a mess. I think Star could have very easily won game 1, but you know it's one of those seasons for Star. She's 0-5 now. Torkoal can't hit anything. Game 2, I don't know. I'm guessing Star just didn't pay close enough attention to the abilities, but Weird Ear had to be Sap Sipper. Frisk and Intim are both procced on entry.
Right.
It just bad mistake there in game 2, mixed with some bad luck, and you get an O2 to boost, and that's good.
And again, people don't talk about it enough. Like when you get, like I can say personally for me, and I've seen it for a lot of other people, right? When something throws a cog in the wheel of your game plan, right? It definitely can. You can not think about everything and pick some pretty bad plays. And we saw that another time this week, right? With another crazy situation happening, and it kind of completely altered the level of play, right? So what I can say is I get it. I definitely get it, right? In that situation, maybe I wouldn't have thought about Sap Sipper either, but yeah, you can't be making those mistakes, especially when you get RNG'd like that. But again, it's all about learning. And hey, Star has started off seasons really badly and has made a crazy comeback. I think that was what happened.
It's going to take a lot now. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna have to pretty much go undefeated to
I
get in
don't
now. You
know.
can't.
Maybe. Hey, we've seen Sun do less. Let's be honest here.
That's true. No,
Uh,
I mean it's possible. It's just gonna be very hard. It's an uphill battle.
yeah. Hey, you know what? Star can make a dominant comeback. And Dylan, speaking of dominant, you want to talk about
Ooh,
your favorite French guy?
my favorite Romanian, yes,
Yeah,
Pierre.
no French, no French,
He's
no,
Romanian at last I
no,
checked, but
not in my heart.
not in your heart. Okay,
Uh-uh.
that's fine. I just for Pierre this week, some people call him a schedule merchant, which he is. Some people say that he's gotten by pretty easy, which he has. But you know what? He beat Nue up pretty good. I mean, 8-0 in a completely non-competitive set where no Pokemon could ever threaten him. No Pokemon Mega Evolved from the Hisuian Psyspammers side. It was one of the worst played sets I've ever seen, quite frankly, and Pierre just got the win. I mean, that wasn't good.
Yeah, no.
That just wasn't good.
The Hisuian Psyspammers aren't spamming size, they're spamming Gargs, because I swear to God, Garganackle has carried that team on his back. I've never seen Garganackle put in this much work, and his best move in this gen was nerfed. Why is he being relied on like he's the second coming of Christ?
His best move is Earthquake, from what I've seen. I don't know about you.
And then there was some questionable exclusions, right? Yeah. Aside from Nue playing a non-mega challenge in our draft league, which props to you, right? I can't wait for that video. I won the TNT draft league with no megas.
Mega I don't know. Man, it's one of those sets where you just. I mean, there was never hope. There was never a time where anybody thought Nue could win this set.
Nope.
And there was never any threat to all of Pierre's best Pokemon. I just don't know how you can build like that into this. I don't.
Right. And then, funny enough, if you want to bring Garg, fine, right? Well, his best friend is sitting on the bench. Why didn't we bring Luca? Which, by the way, Luca would have done well into T-Tar, into most of that team. But it wasn't there. Questionable team building decisions. I can say that for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe more on him later when we talk about transactions.
Maybe. All right, but hey, why not? What was our next set, Dylan, huh?
Well, I think we get a little bit of a refresher here after we talked about that destruction. We get a very good set between the Minnesota Mences and the Glitzy Glaive Rushers.
Olive versus Izzy. I'll be honest. Constantly, I'm like, these two are at odds. I don't know why in my head I'm like, I'll be honest. Sometimes I've confused them. I'll be definitely honest. I've confused the two of them before. My bad. Sure.
One's in New Zealand, right?
Yeah, but listen, that's Matthias's thing. Okay, Matthias is the New Zealander in my heart. All right. There only one person can be from New Zealand.
So what's the difference of Olive then?
Olive is just Izzy too. I don't know.
Izzy 2?
Izzy 2.
Okay. Well, Izzy 2 has beat Izzy 1 this week.
That is true. With thanks to Sneasler too. Hey, Sneasler did a lot. Which thanks for bringing Sneasler. And one of the best plays, by the way, Olive. Fantastic. Can we talk about one of the? I think this was game 3 too, right? This was game 3.
Which player are we referencing here?
The Skarmory play with not megging it to make use of Sturdy.
Yes,
I think that was game 3.
Yes, that was game 3. That was game 3. Yes.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I love that.
Yeah, and I love the tailwind there. I mean, that's a great press of tailwind. Some people may have just pressed an offensive move there, but no, great play by Olive.
Right. Well, because with that extra damage from Mega Skarm. If you have that speed advantage, you don't care if you're at 1 HP because you're winning. Yeah, so that was really smart awareness. Other than that, very good back and forth. I've confused them multiple times, but these two are very even this season. Just by their play, right? They've had very, very high highs and then some questionable brings certain weeks. But they both put in a pretty good record.
The big question for Izzy this week, and I mean, she said it during the set, is she didn't know why she didn't make Venu faster than Jolly Scarf Arcanine, which you can't miss that. You just can't miss that. I mean, that costed her the set.
Yeah, because Zard died, and if Zard was around, you were winning that last game. To be honest, 100%. But you know what? That was one bad calc. That was one bad stat distribution. Lost you the set. That shows how competitive our league is. Hey, you put the points in wrong, you're fucked. What can I say, right? So a lot happens when you're building that team. So, but you know what, Dylan? Maybe Izzy was just tired. Izzy was making a team and was running calcs and then forgot. Right? Oh, I have to make Venu faster than Hark.
Yeah.
You know what could have helped her in that moment? You know what she needed?
Well, I mean, I think a good night's sleep. But what were you going to say?
Listen, sleep's overrated. I think she needed a tin of Dubby. I mean, seriously. Get that caffeination boost you need to do those late night calcs. All right? We've all been there. Procrastinating a little bit too long. Our opponent is waiting to play and we haven't run our calcs. We're feeling tired from a full day's work or school and we need a little bit of a pick-me-up, and that's where our partners in Dubby come in. With our affiliate link, you can save, was it 10%? Was it 10%?
It's 10%.
10% off of a tub. Treat yourself to this all-natural, healthier, and cheaper alternative to buying those expensive energy drinks. Dylan, how do you feel about Dubby?
As I said last week, me and Mr. Dub talk all the time, and I'm very proud to be endorsing their products. Never had it myself. You know what I run on, Tristan?
What? Losing?
Raw energy. I'm up all night running the late night counts. There's no stopping Big Duzzy when he gets going. So, but for all the normal people out there, you definitely need yourself a tubby of Dubby.
You have the diet of a redneck.
I have the diet of a Big Duzzy, thank you very much. And that's how I keep myself motoring throughout.
You haven't eaten rice!
The engine don't stop, Tristan. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I keep going and going.
I don't know how. Man. I mean, with a diet like that, I would die. I was 6 feet under.
With a diet like
Saddam Hussein.
You would need some Dubby. That's what you'd need.
Yeah, that's why I own Dubby, all right? Yeah. But yeah, check out Dubby in the affiliate link down below. But now we're hopping into the Villains Conference, which the Villain Conference has gotten more even. Each week it's getting a little bit more even.
A little bit closer.
We're seeing a little bit of a comeback from a past champion. Some call them a Stack Attacka merchant, but I call them our owner, Faye, with the big blinds versus the San Diego
Our glorious leader, Faye, yes.
Okay, now we're making them sound like a dictator, all right?
Well, anyways, big blinds against the San Diego Sandstorm. Now let me tell you something. Mega Chestnut looked really good.
Oh, absolutely.
Mega Chestnut did a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good to watch Faye with their new roster additions. However, when you're a Burn Gudra and the Chestnut is there, we need to be pressing Flamethrower, because if XC Runner did something as simple as that, this would have been a Game 3 set.
Yes, it would have been. Multiple, and it wasn't like one turn. It was multiple turns. He was pressing body press instead of Flamethrower. I think it was like 2 or 3, right?
Well, I don't know about the damage calcs into the other mons. There was one specific turn into chest that.
I know that one specific turn, but I mean seriously, there is no reason not to take out that chest bin, and that chest bin got so many free curses off. Which, by the way, once again, a fantastic bring from Faye. Playing around Trick Room teams really well with Chestnut, right? Those curse strats are really coming in clutch, and I mean that kind of shows. It's really funny. We always make a joke about this, and funny enough, a lot of our veteran champions will play one mode and they'll only see success with that one mode. And Faye's Trick Room. Faye, that's Trick Room. Faye loves their Trick Room comps, and the minute they start playing slower comps, they start taking home wins. And you can't fault them. They're good at it. They're really good at it.
No, do what you're best with. I mean, if that's your bread and butter, do it.
Oh, yeah. Now, I always recommend branching out, trying new stuff makes you a better player, but I think Faye earned it. I think Faye earned this.
Big Duzzy hasn't even tried rice. You don't need to branch out and try new things, kid. No, Faye played very well this week. There's good stuff with their team. They're looking good. You got to feel good. You're feeling a little iffy because Faye's schedule's been fairly easy so far.
Yeah.
But you got a pretty hard end of season coming up. You got to make sure all the pieces are in place for that push.
Right. You need a lot of prep, right? Which it seems like Faye's putting the effort in. So I'm excited to see. We could see another classic Faye season when they start off like dog shit and then make a comeback and make it a playoff. So we'll see. But let's talk about someone who is looking pretty good for playoffs. Rants. Critical Rants and versus Matthias, of course, the core enforcers. Your buddy isn't Matthias 1-5 too, or 1-4 too? Your buddy,
Yeah. Matthias, the 1-4 groupings.
Yeah.
No, but you know what I'm gonna talk about here. Look, I think Rance did well in this set.
Yes.
I think he did what he had to do. I think we're gonna see Rance start to have a harder schedule moving forward, and we're gonna see how he adapts to it. Because when you're at 4-1 like Rance is right now, you're feeling good.
Oh,
like you don't have to win that many more games. You're just like, okay, if I can steal one here, if I can steal one here, if I can steal one here, then you're good. So all it's going to be for Rance here, and here's the other thing. Let me just talk about this for a second, because Professor Dynamite, his favorite player, is that of Critical Rance.
Yeah.
Tell me, Tristan. Tell me.
Yeah.
Critical Rance, week 6. He calls up Professor. He calls up Professor Dynamite. Hey, Professor Dynamite, can I get some help? And Professor Dynamite's like, yeah, Rance, sure can. And you know who Rance and Professor Dynamite are running into?
The dictator team, Monica and I forgot what the other guy's name was. I think it was like Big Dozy, Big Dondozo.
Big Don, hey, Big Dondozo may start a Big Dozy track one day, but no, it will be the Las Vegas for alligators. Yeah. See you later, 6-0 coming. That's all I gotta say.
Bro, focus on your own schedule, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I got my schedule covered.
What I can say is, for some reason, Dylan's prep and Burner's prep consistently find a way to fight against each other. And I know that Burner was helping out Switched this week against Monica's team.
Wait, you're talking about the Runes of Cairo against Las Vegas for alligators.
Oh yeah, that's actually the next set. We can just go straight into it. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, why not, right?
Yeah. And what I can say was there was a little bit of internal debate, specifically, and if you haven't seen this, right, we announced in the Discord, but we had a change of time rules.
Well, I don't know that we actually announced it. We may need to announce it. Hopefully it's announced by the time this goes up.
Oops! No, so the rules have changed, and you can't initiate or take off timer in the middle of the set. It has to be decided at the beginning of the set if you're going to play with or without, because the thing is, Switch, love Switch to death, he takes a little bit, we all know this, and Monica got impatient, hit the timer button, and Switch started hyperventilating live on camera. I swear to God, he was terrified. He didn't mega, he didn't know where, he forgot his type chart, he was gone. He was like, he's on a timer, he freaked the fuck out. Like, he was having PTSD flashbacks. I don't
know if he had like timers in school when he had to standardized tests. He's like, I don't know what the fuck.
Tristan, hurry up!
Running around with chicken and take that off.
No, it was very funny. And while yes, he takes a while, right? Yeah. Timer shouldn't have been put on in the middle of it, right? But there was no rule against it. We didn't.
No, and it was actually set in the rules that you could put it on in the middle of it if you got tired or something.
Yeah, it
entirely.
Right. It was because of past situations with certain individuals that abused our time rules. I don't know if guys have been around long enough to know who I'm talking about, but if you do, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. And there's been other instances even.
Yeah.
It's not even.
Yeah. There's been other instances. But regardless.
But the actual set was pretty good if you ignore Switch's panic attack and Rhyperior's panic attack.
Dude, Rhyperior saw it, Switch started hyperventilating. He's like, oh God, what's wrong?
It's like when one person pukes and then everybody does something.
He was like, oh, why is that guy freaking out? I gotta freak out. And Snorlax is sitting there like, what the fuck is happening? No, it was seriously a really good set. Game 1, a really good Gorgai set. Took the game, right? Switch adapted really well with a belly drum Snorlax game. Game 2. Game 3 started going pretty well at first. Then Monica switched the timer on. Luca wasn't Mega'd.
Well, the timer was on as like in prep, so you can't even like it was before Switch picked his team. The timer was on.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. She turned the timer on when the startup, right? And he started freaking out. He didn't Mega Luca, right? He didn't like. He was pressing us again. I don't know why Heavy Slam was pressed into Rhyperior. Like it was like 3 times.
Rhyperior's a pretty big guy, you know.
Dude,
like,
yeah,
bigger fella.
bro. And like, I'm sorry. That's like just fucking press. Like, oh my god, dude!
Horsepower, yeah.
Horsepower. Just press horsepower, man. Just press. And funny enough, again, if he only pressed horsepower into that Rhyperior and the Rhyperior missed, he would have won.
Yeah,
hyperventilating, not Switch, would have won. But because he, honestly, RNG wasn't a factor because Switch was, I don't know, having a seizure mid-set. I like.
Poor Switch.
And like again, it was like flashbacks to what season he played. I think it was season 8 Switch where he was playing like dog. It wasn't season 8. It was season 7.
7, I think.
7.
I think it was
season 7. Yeah, season 7 Switch where again he just looked lost, and it was like we were watching peak Switch for the first 2 games, and then he just like again the the fucking his brain just kind of imploded.
What really happened? They don't want to tell you the real story, Tristan. You want to know what happened?
Yeah.
You know that neural chip that I have implanted in Switch's head from all the seasons of coaching him?
Yeah.
See, I need, Monica, I wanted to see her win, so I hit the button on the chip on Switch, and it blew up his mind.
Yeah, no, and if you're asking why these rules were put into place immediately, it's because Switch's father came and had a strong word with us. We actually got that footage, so here, take a look.
Excuse me, he asked for no pickles.
I don't like pickles.
That was all for that set, right? Pretty good overall. But let's hop into, he finally did it. He did it. Relicanth Rationale versus the Fuji Fezandipitis. The Fuji Fezandipitis finally have a win on the board. Congrats.
Tell me how awesome I am. Tell me how awesome I am, Tristan. Tell me right now.
No.
Tell me.
Don't worry. This ego's going in the fucking ground by the end of this week. That's all I gotta say.
See, there no weapon formed against me shall prosper, Tristan. See, here's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the issue, my friend. It's like when you're Big Does, when you're the Big D, the Fuji Fezandipitis. It don't matter. We got Hisuian Zoroark back. We broke the curse. Where is it? Hold on. We're gonna get my guy in here. We got Hisuian Zoroark back.
God, you're such a furry, dude. I swear to God.
I have a Fezandipity right over there. If that helps, I don't know if that helps.
You're such a furry.
But we got my guy back. My number 1 guy. He's back. And all is good. All is great in the land of Fuji. All is great in the land of Dozen. Big Duzzy on top.
Mm-hmm.
We're just getting started. We're just getting started, Tristan.
Here's the thing, though. I brought that Mon further. I brought it to finals. Let's see if you can...
Yeah, it's because of the neural implant that I had in your brain, yes.
Fuck you mean? I had Urshifu got... I had Shadow Tag. It's
the neural implant that I put into you.
No,
so yes.
Because I played like a god. Alright, but... Yeah, congrats. Whatever. Ivy had... I think Ivy had a good game plan going in. I think there was a couple sets that I didn't agree with, but I think Ivy had a really good idea of what to expect. I just think there was a couple of... Like, Raichu was a great bring. I wish Raichu was actually utilized. They were very confident in Tauros. I was like, fair. They were bringing it just in case for screens. I didn't want to see it that often. But hey, you know what? End of the day, it's a learning experience, right? And we talked with Ivy. Ivy is very much a format player, right? So, and they're missing format. They miss, they don't like these hyper counter teams, which I tend to agree, right? So, but still, good plan going in, right? This guy got lucky, so happens.
I don't think I got lucky. It's funny. I actually still missed a move in that set, just for funsies. I just misses that headbutt. Why not? No, I feel like I had a fantastic game plan going in. I was extremely confident.
You did.
This set.
You
And
did.
I think the only way Ivy could win was by bringing Raichu into the games, and I still would have to have gotten outplayed. I think their team, truthfully, is pretty weak. I'm really not high on their team.
I still like Meganium quite a bit, but it has like there is a lack of offensive threat most of the time. I feel like they have some really good support, but yeah, they lack a lot of offensive threats. These like mons that are sitting there and like I'm gonna take you out in one hit kind of thing. So, but yeah, congrats, man, congrats.
Thank
You
you.
know,
Thank you.
I agree with Ivy though. I don't. Sometimes draft just sucks ass. And you know what I want to play? A good ass card game. I love me some good old.
We can play
Yu-Gi-Oh.
some Uno later, yeah.
No, I'm feeling more of a trading card game. But I know
Yeah.
you don't have any cards. You can't play any. But
Do I have any?
no, I don't think you do. But I got a link for you, man. I'm gonna send you the
Oh,
link
you
right
do?
now. Yeah.
Okay. Send it to me.
Check out that link.
Check this out.
What
Check it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's a lot of cards here.
Yeah.
I mean, jeez. I can go buy the that legendary Mickey Mouse. No,
Oh.
I see Salazzle and Xerneas, Ampharos. Ampharos had a good week this week.
Yeah.
Maybe you should get an Ampharos.
But
Wow.
what was that market called, huh? What was the name of the seller?
It says right here, Starlight Games, actually.
Starlight Games, one of the best marketplaces to buy premium cards at premium prices. Hey, you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic, Lorcana? Don't worry, they got you with some of the lowest price of the markets and fantastic selection as well. So please go check them out in the description. Pick yourself up a couple of cards, build yourself a brand new deck, and really take that draft knowledge to the board. Take them to the tables and go win some YCSs. Thank you for Starlight Games for partnering with us this season.
Yeah, it turns out... Okay, hold on. I can go buy the Mickey Mouse Musketeer Captain right now for 90 cents, Tristan.
Do it.
I can finally get my Mickey
Do
Mouse.
it. Do it.
And you can do it too. By going to the link in the
I'm good.
description below.
But yeah, thank you again. But I hear you want to talk about a couple of trades, buddy. Or first,
No. First, let's go to my segment. Let's go to my place.
I
Tristan.
wanted to skip it. Fine, Dylan, take it.
He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn walls!
Okay, what is up, guys? This is Dozen here, back with the Week 5 Power Rankings. Now let's get into this. Let's make this a little quicker, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like we need to do some speed up on this one, because, everybody kind of knows my general thoughts. I'm only going to hit the big notes here, so get to it. Alright, starting off, we got in the bad tier, which, a little rude of a name, but we gotta get started somewhere. Will be Nue, the Hisuian Psyspammers, Star, the Ohio Obstagoons, and Matthias, the Core Enforcers. Keynotes, his Star is still winless, sadly. Torkoal's a little bit blind, a little bit maybe an understatement. Then with Nue, I know everybody was clowning on the Lux Ring, but we did not need to go pick up base Rotom and base Zoroark. That is not what this team needed. The Hisuian Psyspammers did not need to acquire these Pokemon. Wish them the best. I think that's where we need to head with that team, especially when Quack and Dirge are available for free agency. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it there. Matthias just another rough week. See what they can do in the next week. See if they can improve. Anybody bad? You're not out of it yet. Still got time. So next up, the struggling but workable tier. Let's get it kicked off with XC Runner and the San Diego Sandstorm, the Glitzy Glaive Rushers and Izzy. Then we got the Relicanth Rationale and Ivy, and the Fuji Fezandipitis. It does. Yeah. So this tier, it's kind of like. You're struggling right now. There's time. You can fix things. I don't think anybody's here right now is hopeless. I think Runner's made a lot of improvements to his team. Play was shaky this week. Could have easily taken to a Game 3. Made a bad mistake. It happens. You just got to learn from it. Don't do it again type deal. Flamethrower the guy. Izzy has started to really struggle. I think Izzy has this issue of every team being the same 6 Pokemon. I mean, you can look at her replays, and it pretty much is the same structure for every single team. That gets worrisome when you lack diversity. You know, things can become easily plannable around a draft. I think that's where she's at right now. Needs to make some moves. I believe she did, though, so should be okay on that front. So, next up, we got the Relicanth Rationale. Ivy's been struggling a little as of late. Still got to have some faith in the team. You know, I love my weather teams. So, hopefully they can get that turned around. I know they've been busy as well. So, you know, I think they'll get it turned around. They'll figure it out. I don't think there's any worries. Now, the Fuji Fezandipitis, now they put up their first win this week. The big Dubby as the coach. You know, he's kind of a boss, as they say in the industry. Yeah, I think the Fezandipitis are going to get things back on track. In a normal world, I'm probably 3-2 right now, but we don't live in normal worlds. We live in this world. So, you know, I think we'll be all right. All right, with question marks is the next tier. So let me see what we got there. We're going to start with the big blinds into the Moonlight Dracos, the 4-1 Moonlight Dracos. I'll put some respect on their name. Then the 4-tree Furrets and the Runes of Cairo. So the all right with question marks, I'll explain the questions I have for each. I think Faye's schedule has been fairly light. I think they have won a tough matchup, also lost a tough matchup for them that was just not really doable. I worry about the roster still. I think it's pretty weak. I just think there's question marks here. I think Faye will figure it out. That's why they're a tier above the struggling but workable. The 4-1 Moonlight Dracos are here because their schedule has been very easy to this point. Upcoming week, Pierre's going to be taking on Tyler, and then Monica the next week, so we're going to see if he can even win one of those games. He's got to be feeling good, you know? Like, that'll prove something. That'll prove that you weren't just a schedule merchant, and that your team can get it done. I think he's made improvements to his team, though. I think his team's looking better. I think he's played good, especially for, like, last week. I think he played pretty solid. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. The 4-tree Furrets and Critical Rants, kind of similar to Pierre. I just wonder about the schedule. That's kind of just the same question, just with a different player. So we'll see how that goes. And then the Runes of Cairo I have at the top of this tier because I believe Switch is playing pretty well right now, all things considered. I know the Game 3, sure we went over it ad nauseum in Draft Center. So, a little rough there, but I think he's playing well. I think his team's really strong. I'm going to keep hope with him, especially because his schedule's been harder than most in the league. So yeah, I think there's reason to be hopeful if you're Switch for sure right now. Okay. Now we have our top 5 teams, I believe. We have the good without question marks here, which is just going to be 1, Minnesota Mences. Yeah, Olive is looking good. I worry a little bit about the schedule when I was looking at it, but I think that team's just so strong that I'm willing to put more faith in Olive than any of the teams in the all right with question marks. So yeah, I think that's kind of my general thoughts with Olive. I think they'll be all right. I think they have such a good roster. I mean, so strong right now. So then next, we will get into our top-level contenders tier, which is going to be 3 teams. Count them 3. The Vegas Valiants, who are going to be coming into this week feeling pretty good. 3 wins on the book. I mean, Luke could easily be 5-0. There's a world where Luke is 5-0. And I think that has to be respected. And it's not like he's had the easiest schedule of all time, from my memory. So, you know, got to respect that. He's played very good. Mega Blastoise looking like an awesome draft pick. Next up, we are going to have the Iberia Wattrels with Boost. Boost is a great player. He had 1 bad week. Aside from that, he's been nearly perfect. I mean, what more can you say? 1-punch hippo and all that. And then the top-level contender finisher here is going to be Tyler with the Chappelle Murkroans. Yeah, Tyler's a great player. I still have the utmost faith in Tyler. You could easily put Boost here. You could easily put Luke here. This is more so just me betting on Tyler. This week was a little unlucky for Tyler. I'm gonna hedge my bets. We're gonna keep Tyler here for now. Tyler loses to the 4-1 Moonlight Dracos, makes it the 5-1 Moonlight Dracos. We'll see some shakeup next week, but I'm gonna keep Tyler here for now. I don't believe in Tyler. And then we have Mighty Mouse, a tier that could be for anybody. When you really think about it, it could be for literally anybody. Yeah, forget Mickey Mouse. We got Mighty Mouse now because Monica's looking high and mighty with that 5-0 record. I mean, she's looking great. Team's great. Placement great. No real issues. I mean, when you're undefeated through 5 weeks, you're going to be the number one, you know? There's nobody else that's knocking on the door right now. I think Monica's the clear number one. I think Monica's got to be the clear favorite. And I think that's about all I got. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick it back to Tristan.
Thank you, Dylan. Don't see you have to interrupt
course.
every single week. But you know what? This time, go over our transactions. How we feeling? Well, what kind of transactions did we get this week?
Well, let's talk free agents first. Before we get into the big whammy, let's talk about some free agents, you know. Because I think there's something notable here. And actually, there's a few good things here. Pierre finally got his Mega Charizard X.
Hey! It found a
That's great.
home.
Ivy got rid of Toilet Boy.
Sad. I love that, Mon.
And then, my two favorite transactions of the week, we'll save for the next segment, actually, because I think that would be a more proper place to talk about it. But let's get to the big trade. Let's get to the big trade here that happened in the league. The Las Vegas Gators and the Chevelle Murkroans traded Rhyperior, Komodo, and Mousehold for Milotic, Aerodactyl, and Mega Golurk.
Yeah, and I heard you were a part of this. You helped.
You know, I'm a brilliant conductor, Tristan. You know, I can orchestrate anything that I desire.
Scammer, but it's okay.
It's not a scam.
Overall, I think this is a fine trade. Now, I know you're stupid. You're an actual imbecile, a dumb idiot, and you, for some reason, can't make Komodo work, even though every single one and their mother can make that mon work. You have some...
Oh, I've seen it. You season after season. Everybody makes Komodo work.
Yeah! You just suck! But anyway, no. Komodo, I think Komodo is a very high-value mon. I think Mousehold was fantastic with Incineroar. That was probably the one I'm questioning the most. Mousehold works fantastic alongside Incineroar, right? And
Mousehold was not the problem for Monica. That was not why the steal happened.
And Rhyperior, yeah, we saw what Rhyperior did. I think it's a good mon still, but hey, you know...
Rhyperior was clearly angry it was being traded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was trying to throw that say. But, like, the things you're trading it for, right? Aerodactyl's obviously great. Melodic is fine. It's not as good without, like, Burn Orb, or what was it? Flame Orb? To proc Marvel Scale. But it's okay, right? It's a pretty good stall mon.
Very good. And, gives you anti-intimidate,
right?
Too,
and Golurk, I'm assuming, is there just to get another ground type after trading Rhyperior.
Yeah, but I think Mega Golurk's a really underrated mon. I actually do like it quite a bit. Personally.
Okay. How do you feel about it? Because I'm iffy. I
feel great about it because I orchestrated the whole thing for Monica, so I actually feel great about it. But no, I think it's a good deal. I mean, Monica had been wanting a second water type all season. Aerodactyl's a great Pokemon, and Aerodactyl means Pidgeot hits the hay. We get rid of Pidgeot. That's perfectly fine. Aerodactyl comes in, takes over the rock slot from Rhyperior as well, so you get that covered.
Yeah.
Mega Golurk is a really strong ground type, one of the strongest in the format. Hits hard, can work in Tailwind and Trick Room, and I think that was kind of what was missing from Rhyperior, is that it couldn't work in Tailwind.
No, it's only a Trick Room mon, right? And it doesn't seem like Monica wants to go slow with that team, so I definitely get it, right? I get it. But still, Mousehold was a really great mon for that team, so we'll see how we'll see if the 5-0 continues. So we'll see if the undefeated season continues for good old Monica. Good old Monica. But hey, Dylan.
Yeah.
So apparently this week I'm not doing Rad the Week, but you know who is?
Who?
You. So why don't you introduce everybody? Please go on. You do the transition.
Okay, it's gonna be hard. Okay, let me take a breath.
I know.
Welcome. Yes.
I was like, I do great at it. I do great at this every time, so I get it. There's a little bit of fear.
Let me give it.
Try
Let me
your
give it
best.
one more shot.
Hold up. Breathe the exercise first. Breathe the exercise in. Out. Ooh. All right. Think about how angry you are. All right. Let the anger flow in. Out. Ooh. Go.
Welcome to Rat of the Week.
Damn it, Switch!
Thank you, and Dylan, again, round of the week. Tell me.
Yes.
What's
I
up?
would love to tell you about this filthy rat that we have here.
All right.
With Nue. In his second week in a row, the Hisuian Psyspammers are infiltrating the ship and starting the bubonic plague. Because let me tell you something. For one, you got 8-0'd by the 4-1 Moonlight Dracos. That's pretty bad. We have to start there, and we may not stop. For two, you didn't Mega Evolve any Pokemon.
Nope.
For three, you have a Mega Scovillain and a Mega Carnivore, and you didn't Mega Evolve either one of them. For four, you then said, in your brightest moment on planet Earth, Nue, you said, Lord, please bless me with new Pokemon. And clearly your prayers weren't answered because you picked up Zoroark and Rotom over Mega Alakazam and Luxray. Now, were we trashing on Luxray before? Yes, of course we were, because Luxray's garbage. Were we trashing on Mega Zam and saying you should get rid of it? Yes, of course we were, because Mega Zam doesn't do anything for your team and it's not very good. Now, nobody said, not a single soul, nobody on planet Earth, none of Big Duzzy supporters, none of whatever Tristan's got going on, nobody said to pick up Zoroark and Rotom. You know, they have different forms. Maybe that didn't cross his mind. Maybe he thought that was Hisuian Zoroark and Rotom Wash Heat Mo. It was all of them. And maybe that's how he got tricked. But I just, for the life of me, if I was struggling and my only way out was Zoroark and base Rotom, I would wave the white flag quicker than I could count. Because let me tell you, it's not going to get any easier from here, and I just cannot see any other way that Nue is not the rat of the week.
No, I agree completely. Last week, again, yeah, Luxray. Listen, Luxray is a fine Pokemon when you're not using it to sweep teams. Intim's really good. What is Rotom going to do for you? Base Rotom. What? And then, like, again, Zam isn't great, but at least it has some utility for trade fodder. And you said, Your Honor, give me Zoroark regular. Like, I don't know about this, man. I really don't.
It just has to be a better Pokemon for your team. That just has to be.
He heard us trashing him. He's like, fucking Zoroark, let's go.
Look at Zoroark. You know, Big Duzzy loves himself some Zoroark. I'm going to get myself a Zoroark.
Yeah, Nue is a Big Duzzy fan. You're right, man. You're right. With
picks
like that, with plays like that, oh yeah, he is. Oh, he started the fan club. He's the president of your fan club.
We accept anybody. We're very inclusive, Tristan. We accept anybody into the Big Duzzy fan club.
I wouldn't use inclusive to describe your fans.
I would describe our fan base as very inclusive, especially in the month of June. You know, it's Pride Month. We accept anybody into the Big Duzzy fan club. We do not.
I don't think inclusive describes your group that well, buddy. I think
that you need to shut your mouth, Tristan. I think I may have to write something on you pretty soon. I don't know. You're starting to piss me off, buddy.
I think a certain ranger group better describes your group, but I'll leave that to the philosophers and the historians.
The philosophers
all right?
and the historians, yeah. Okay, we'll see about that.
But to all of Dylan's non-existent fans, and to I don't know what. Are we still using the term Reckneck? Is that still a thing?
Reckneck? Oh, we should. But you know what, Tristan? Are you saying that we're running out of time? Should we call a knock switch or run out of time, Tristan?
Oh, shit! Oh, the timer! Shit! We gotta go! I'll see you week 6!